In the last episode, we connected bioelectricity amplifiers with microcontrollers. Make sure to check it out if you've missed it. Now we'll finally start detecting some signals and coding Arduino, ESP32 or whatever you have in order to visualize them. So let's begin. Before we move on to coding, I'd like to point out that boards like ESP32 or Raspberry Pi Pico need to be connected like this, through a voltage divider because they operate at 3.3 volts. Okay, now let me introduce to you the Arduino IDE. IDE stands for Integrated Development Environment, which means it has all the tools you need integrated in one program. In this case, it has code editor, debugger, board and library manager, compiler, uploader, etc. You can download it from the official site. I recommend the new second version. When you open it, you'll be presented with this screen. Now you can plug in the microcontroller of your choice. In this box, you choose the COM port that your board is connected to and identify it by searching the name here. If you can't find it, you should search for it in the board's manager and install the extension. Now paste or open the fixed sampling sketch from the GitHub repo. Maybe it looks overwhelming if you've never programmed, especially in C++, but don't worry, it's nothing too complicated to understand. Basically what it does is it lets you to set a number of times it's going to read and send the sensor readings over serial. At the end of the day, you don't really need to understand, that's why we're here. Click this button in order to upload, but be aware that if you're using ESP32, you need to hold the boot button before uploading. Sweet, now your board is ready, and if you connected the BioAmp to A0, you can open this tool, Serial Plotter, in order to see the data. Just make sure the baud rate is set to 115200. In this video, I'll only demonstrate and show what EMG, EOG, ECG and EEG look like, but we'll go more in depth in the following episodes. Here are the electrode placements for EMG, or electromyography. And here's how signals from muscles or duller nerve look like. This is EOG, hence the name electroculography. You can use it to detect blinks as well as horizontal and vertical eye movement. Do you see potential in this, regarding the fact that the spikes are correlated to the eye direction? Tell us in the comments. Now comes ECG, or electrocardiography, a procedure you're probably most familiar with. You have two options, recording from the chest or hands. The idea is the same, half of the body slightly more positive on the heartbeat. And finally brainwaves, i.e. EEG or electroencephalography, the most interesting biopotential. Today we'll record from the prefrontal cortex, but when the time comes to talk about EEG, we'll try to do something different. And this is how these waves look like. This is not the best way to look at the EEG. We'll see later there are other graphs. I didn't mention, but this also applies to EOG. The reference electrode is put behind the ear. Hopefully that was interesting. Leave a like if so. And by the way, if you're new, I'm Alexa and you're watching a DIY Neuroscience course. Here you have the playlist. The new episode will pop up here, and I highly encourage you to subscribe in order to not miss anything. Thanks for your time. Have a nice day and see you.